Hey, Simon here with your daily Newcastle United news fix. So today I've got three stories. Well, the first of which, not included in the three, is an apology to make. I know I've missed the last 2 days of Newcastle news. Nothing really interesting has happened from what I can say, but I have got a good excuse. Obviously, being from the northeast and being from the Newcastle area, took part in the Great North Run yesterday, which was pretty awesome. Great atmosphere. Everybody who came out, very good. A brilliant atmosphere. Thanks for everyone who came to the side and cheered, who took part. Pretty amazing. World class. Apparently best race in the world. I mean, that's the only one I took part in, but to me it's the best race I've ever ran, half marathon wise anyway. Back to the Newcastle side of things. First bit of news comes from our superstar winger, or at least we hoped it was our superstar winger, but his latest little tweet kind of goes against what we were hoping. Looking like bad news, also a bit of bad timing. So basically, Kenedy, the little left winger from Chelsea, so he's done a little interview. There's two parts of this interview. The first part of which is the fact he calls himself lazy, which is always a good trait to be telling the press about. Fortunately, it's not about his football skill, it's more about the fact he can't speak English at the moment. But he was telling everybody that it wasn't that it was difficult, it was just that he's lazy. Obviously, that sends a great message out for attitude-wise when you're telling people you can't be bothered to even learn the language of the country you want to live in. And then the second part of it, which is a bit frustrating as well, is that he has dreams of going back to Chelsea, a legend. Of course, he's a player on loan from Chelsea. His future, he's thinking he wants to go back to Chelsea. But it's not very good when you've had the last couple of games have been pretty disastrous from a player's perspective. Then you go on for like an interview and go, well, you know what? I'm not really arsed. I want to look good here, yeah, but I don't care. I want to be a legend superstar for Chelsea, not Newcastle. Couldn't give a flying toss. So basically, buckle up your ideas a bit, please, Kenedy. You're a Newcastle player at the moment. Just at least shows some sort of enthusiasm about the fact you're happy being a Newcastle player, not that you can't wait to leave. Bit of advice. The second story that I have is a little tweet that's gone off about a second protest that's due to happen against Mike Ashley. So this one's set to take place on this Saturday's game against Arsenal, where there's going to be a protest at 2:15 outside Newcastle United shop outside St James's Park. So right, when you go up to the stadium, right at the front. Well, apparently we're going to have a little bit of a protest there with banners and stuff like that. I might get there early to see what's going on there, get a bit of recording. But if you want to take part in that, that's taking part at 2:15. So be there. And finally, the last story comes from Jamie Redknapp, who's basically said that he reckons Jonjo Shelvey is like good enough for England, basically. So he's quoted saying he's like a pretty much amazing player. He can do them quarterback style passes, Hollywood balls, the lot. And Rafa just needs to unleash him a bit more and not play him so defensive. Let him play whatever ball he wants. And as long as he plays 10 good games in the next couple of months, then he's sure to be in an England shirt. That's right, he's literally said he has to play 10 good games in the next coming months. So basically every single game has to be outstanding. Not like other players who get in the England team, who can go on a downward spiral and still get in there. No, Shelvey has to play literally every single game amazing, and then he might get in. And then there's still a typical pundit thing when it comes to Shelvey saying that he's got discipline issue. Look at Shelvey's discipline. Look at it. So last season he did get 2 red cards, but he only got 2 yellow cards as well in the season. So at the start he lost his head at the Spurs game, you've got to admit. But then for the rest of the season, he had an odd game against Everton where he got 2 yellow cards and got himself sent off. Other than that, he only got booked another 2 times in the Premier League. So the whole of the season, he got 2 yellow cards. Well, technically 4 if you get to count the 2 games where he got the red card. The whole of the rest of the season, he got 2 yellow cards. Not exactly a bad discipline record. Yes, he loses his head every now and again, but I don't think that's like worth it. But I've talked about it before. I don't think it's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I don't think he'll ever play in an England shirt again anyway after his racist incident. I don't think the FA could really afford taking him into the squad, but that's for a different matter anyway. But the whole point of the story is anyway that at least we have a pundit on his side. Jamie Redknapp reckons he's a world beater, so that's good enough for me. But that's it for today. We're still in the international break, so all these stories are a bit iffy. But you know, now what can you do? International break ends at the weekend, so that's all good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up, leave a subscribe for more daily news, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!